Welcome! Welcome to Wind News. I'm your friend, Amit Roy. After the CCP 20th Congress and Xi Jinping took ultimate power, I wanted to tell you something more about psychological warfare that China is engaging for a very long time, trap and ambush. But please subscribe me and subscribe my channel and like me. Look, I want to tell you some things, some very interesting things which I discovered. How Chinese Communist Party promotes racial tension, hatred, sabotage, etc. Now, one simple example I'm giving. Just few days ago, within 2 or 3 days ago, 40 Chinese planes flew towards Taiwan. Again, that same old story thread. And North Korean ballistic missiles on behalf of China is flying everywhere. And see, of course, China's mentor and whatever you say, Russia is bogged down in Ukraine so badly, and Kherson will be kicked out anytime. And Russian arsenal is empty. They're asking things from the North Koreans and Iranians. But one thing they are successful, Russia, for the time being, that is playing with energy. And some of the pocketed Modi government with energy kind of, bribes. Modi government has no spine and nobody trusts them internationally. He is sabotaging Quad to please Putin. But anyway, the same stupid Modi government, how they are trapped and made to suffer in Galwan, I will tell you. But before that, I want to tell you, historically, Chinese Communist Party has a hatred, and Chinese Communists had a hatred towards Indians. That's very true. They said Indian freedom struggle was a sham. Famous Lusun, the communist poet, called Rabindranath Tagore a street dog, a dalal, a stooge of the British imperialism, openly. Mao Zedong hated Indian army. He used to call Indians a tofu soldiers. And we know about Zhou Enlai tricking Indians every day. And he told in conversation, personal conversation, public, that is public. There's nothing secret in that. Indians lack self-esteem. They're treacherous. And so on, many, many things, you see. And, Chinese have many times said how Indians could have been colonized by British. But they forget all the time. They were colonized by many people. Manchus, Mongols. And that is not colonization. That is national liberation. Anyway, and they will say Indians are lazy. And so many things. You read their Global Times every day calling Indians in name. And those same Indians, Modi will never dare to talk against China. He doesn't talk anything against China. You see, some undercut settlement is there in BRICS or anywhere. BRICS is a Chinese trap, Russian KGB trap. Anyway, to replace American dollar, screw American business. Now, even Bengali communists, they were stooges of China. I will tell you one thing, their leader, Pramod Dasgupta, might have been killed in China by Chinese CCP. They will not say anything here. When his body was found in China, it was blackened. He was a dark man and still it was blackened and blue. Without poisoning, it would have been happening. And these are the things, these are clear-cut picture of the Chinese CCP mindset. And CCP's enforcers are PLA. It's not a country's army. And PLA is for many dimensions. Drug trade, China, CCP drug trade, their general's drug trade through Burma and other places, to North Korea, and to sabotage other party leaders, those who are fighting. They're always fighting like cats and dogs. Now, I want to tell you one more thing. Galwan incident where Indians killed many Chinese and Chinese didn't say anything, a word. Their Chinese colonel was taken to the CCP party Congress and he was garlanded everything and things were like that. It shows how Chinese mind works. Indians should understand that. Now, after Xi Jinping coming to the power, they will intensify the operations more on India. This has to be a must because they will be fighting more. They will need a external enemy and soft target. That would be India. Now, I want to tell you Galwan, where Indians possibly killed more than 80 Chinese soldiers. But how it has happened? It was a Chinese trap. Indians still today do not know. That's the thing I say, these generals, they talk rubbish in television. They don't think much about this kind of trap. Now, it was a trap. Chinese, I'm giving you some, I was not present there. I got some analysis from different kind of persons. Even they were not clear it's a trap. Because they don't know, because they don't understand Vietnamese style war. They don't study, they don't go deep into the matter. Indians have no horizon, so I'll not go into that. But I want to remind Indians and caution Indians how you should treat Chinese, how you should analyze Chinese attacks for your own benefit, for the benefit and defense of India. Look, Galwan first Indian colonel goes and he sees China as encroached. Sorry. And then again he goes, he says different sets of soldiers. And China already planned that he should be killed to create a demoralization amongst Indian soldiers. And China has already set traps on the top of these mountains. They're ready with stones and other heavy objects. They're ready with clubs, video cameras, and other things so that they will picture this and possibly they'll try to capture some Indians, humiliate India, harass India. And exactly that thing happened. Now this man goes, he sees more soldiers and he was surrounded and there was a melee fist fight, etc. And he comes back a little bit and more soldiers, Indian soldiers coming. But already Chinese have amassed many soldiers. And they started bombarding with big stones, clubs, and etc. And many Indian soldiers got injured. And Suresh Babu was hit with a stone from the top, on his head. But Indians fought. Fortunately, Indian Biharis are, a little wild type of people. They have not become human in that sense. Sorry to say that. Not properly. A very wild kind of people. But they attacked, calling Jai Bajrang Bali. They are monkey worshipper. And I never thought they will do that. I never took them very serious. But they smashed Chinese and they threw them out, and one man threw many Chinese into the river, and Chinese death toll mounted up to 200 or 150. I don't know exactly. Many foreign press. China says nobody died. Chinese army is untouchable, but they said 4 died. It's a lie machine, propaganda machine we all know about. It's all lies and propaganda. Now, foreign media is saying more than 50 to 70 Chinese died. It is possible. Because Chinese soldiers are, Mao used to say tofu soldiers. I say Chinese are tofu soldiers. They play mind games. And there's a stupid thing called political commission. He holds the power. And anytime you can, Indians have a stupid kind of mentality. Wait, they will bash me and then will return. That's not the way. You hound on them. Like a tiger. Grab their head. Snap their head out. And you don't do that. Pangong, why you're waiting? With China, do all dirty tricks. China will not keep any promise. The communist country doesn't keep any promise. For them, them is to win the war. You also play like that. No gentlemanly thing, cricket player type attitude will not help you. So these are the things I wanted to tell you. And I also tell you one more thing. This Calcutta High Commission of Consular of China must be shut. From there, they are funding communist parties, keeping touch with the spies in Eastern India. That's if you see their history for 50 years, there used to be Bank of China, that was Indians closed that. And Indians somehow do not understand that today. And they will keep in touch with local Chinese. That's the tradition apart from Chinese Indian communists and other drug dealers. So Indians have no penetration within the Chinese community in Calcutta, Chinatown. So these are things I want to tell you. This Middle Kingdom complex, communist parties, mafia tendency, playing with energy in concert with Putin. This has to be analyzed very carefully. Indians must stop connections with Putin and Iran and snap Iran out. We don't need Iran. We are a democracy. We must support democracies. Anyway, thank you very much for patient hearing. Please like me and subscribe my channel. Please like me and let's be very honest. Let's raise our voice and play debate card openly. Thank you for free debate. Thank you very much. Best wishes.